So we've started 5 years ago our Smart Tampere program, which was a novel thing for us to do, first time ever. And I think that we learned a few things which were quite key. First of them was that we had our ecosystem program, which was a broad ecosystem of bringing together companies, bringing together universities, research institutions, public sector, but also our citizens, our people. And that has been one that has been working fantastically well. The other thing is that we've learned that it's a good way of doing pilots and tests, and some of them have been sort of being geared up to really do a larger implementation, but there's so much to do that you can actually be, bringing to life. So we are now building on a new program which is called Data-Driven City for Citizens. And in that we are looking at more from citizen angle. So when the previous Smart City program was more maybe starting from the technology and technical things that were cool, now we're looking at what it means for people and what the everyday life of our citizens, how that can be improved using data and technology. And I think that the data will be the key word that we are looking and focusing on during the next 4 years. So there are a couple of cool things that we are looking at right now, and one of them is, together with the government, we're looking at a possibility to apply something which we call a digital twin for people. So where all the data that has been gathered in different parts of our public sector organizations, the government or the municipality, could be actually pulled together and to make a digital twin of a person who then could be identified what are the problems, what are the issues, but not connect to the individual, him or herself. And this is very early phase. We're still explanatory phase of looking at things, how they could be done, but it's very exciting, and we've had some really good interaction with the government entities on this. Yeah. So the other thing that we also be looking at is the new way of thinking of smart city KPIs, and that's a question we get asked quite often. How do you actually measure? How do you measure that you have been able to do what you wanted to do with the smart city? And again, we go back to the citizens and look at from the citizen angle. What does it mean for them? How can we look at that they have better life? How they can have more joy in their life, less stress, less uncertainty, and better things in their life. So we need to look at totally new way of looking at KPIs. That is quite exciting, and I don't know how easy it will be and how far we will get, but at least we have a goal and look at new smart city KPIs for really from people angle. So one of the things to be successful with the data thing is to have trust. So unless we have trust with the people that they actually give a permission to use their data, then we'll have hard time in being successful. So we have the luxury in Finland and in the Nordic countries that there's a huge element of trust from people towards the government, and we think that we can use that trust as being the basis for where we're building on this data. But that can be also helped if you build around that a good way of understanding how my data is being used. When people basically own their own data, how that my data is used, how can I give permission to use my data, and what are the different ways of actually making it easy to give those permissions. So there are a couple of interesting projects ongoing about that, and we think that with the basis that we start and with this project we can actually build the trust into the system.